All right, we are in the 2023 Open, and we are at Greenock Point for this iteration of the tournament, which is good because I like Greenock Point. So let's check it out. Let's check out what hole number one's going to look like. So we do got them right. I'm at Tommy's site, Golf Clash Tommy Tournaments, the Open 2023. Hole number one, they did fix the hole order, so we can just go off of it. I'm doing... Let's see which way the wind's blowing. Let's see which way the wind is blowing. All right, that one's good for us. So there is, let me get my pen up here. There is a rough bump that you can do in this spot by your red lines, like right there with a 3-power ball. So if you're taking it with a sniper, so you can get the look at it. If you're going up against any headwind, you either want to, you got a little bit of room, but not a lot. And so, and depending on the level of your club, you may not have any. So you may have to bring out a bigger power ball, or you'll have to take the shot from over here and bring it around. This rough bump is pretty good. All right, I'm going to do 15% times the wind divided by 1, because I'm a max club, minus 0.1. All right, and I'm going to get this miraculous thing done with a sniper and a kingmaker. Sniper, any bag with a sniper and a kingmaker. Any ball, kingmaker, blue. All right, there we go. Here we go. Let's get a hole in one. Now this wind should be good for us. If we hit this perfect, it might be good. I was out playing I played my teammate Ed for an hour. I just got done playing. I was going through Ed's banners after we got done, and damn Ed, you've been around forever. Started playing the summer the game came out. I think the oldest banner I saw in there was the UK Championships. It's like the 4th, 5th tournament. Here we go. I think the first tournament I ever played in with this account was whatever the tournament was that was after the 4th of July tournament in 2017. And the first tournament I played with Odd was in that 4th of July tournament. The tournament before that, I started playing right at the end of May. I downloaded a bunch of games onto my device, and we went on vacation. And while we were on vacation, I played all of the games that I downloaded to find out which one I wanted to switch to. And then when I got home, I started playing it, and I think when that other tournament came out, it was right there at that time, like right when I started playing. I didn't really know what it was or the significance of it being the second tournament only. Close. Okay, what's the wind? 3.1. 3.5 rings. If I can get where I can see it. .5 rings. I need to turn my grid on. I'll tell you that right now. There's 3, 5. Oh, that was 7,000 rings great to the left. That was every bit of 2. I'm lucky I hit the rough. 1, 2, geez. I tried to give myself as much room as possible. I put on all the side spin and then moved it over so that I was as far to the right as possible. No dice. All right. That is the par 4 right there and this, for whatever reason, even though it is of the par 4s that are here, I think it's probably the most repeatable, but it's still a difficult hole to get a hole in one on. Hole number two. My notes say extra mile, kingmaker, +5 mark, need eagle. And I got that circled like 50 times, so I must need an eagle on this, definitely. So the way that I like to play these types of holes, because I'm doing a rough bump out here to try and get on, and that's what most people are doing, is we start up here with our red line with a 3 power ball, and even though we don't need max topspin to get to the spot where we can do it, I run max topspin. That way I can pull back from the red line and give myself a little bit of room out here so that I can utilize that ball on headwind days and I'm not stuck up against the red line. I got maneuverability. So that's what I'm going to do here. Max topspin, whatever left-hand side spin's left, which isn't much. Plus 10 on the drive, 1.1 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2.1. I'm going to take this miraculous shot with an extra mile and a Kingmaker. Pick it from here. That should be bag number 1. And a Kingmaker selected. Here we roll. Max, need an eagle, plus 5 mark. I made a hole-in-one on this the other day. I wasn't going to qualify, and I decided, I went out on Monday to practice, and on Monday I hit a hole-in-one on this, and I couldn't disrespect the hole-in-one, and I had to keep it on the card, so I picked up 2 on that hole. That was awesome. Let's do that again. Should be like 2 videos ago. It's the whatever the qualifying round is for this, the rookie qualifying round. Hole number 2. Okay, they're at the plus 16 mark. They're all the way up against their red line. They got max topspin put on, or at least it looks like it. That ball, if that ball does not end up in the rough on the other side, I'm going to be surprised. I moved it about a ring and 2/3. I can't believe it slowed down that much. Nice. Nice. Let's make sure they don't chat during my shot. I was respectful, but they seem like a little chatty. 3.2, 1.7 rings. Max top spin, and however much side spin I can get on. .67 rings, 1.7 rings. There's 1.7. Isn't it perfect? Clip the rough, the deep rough. Bleed out right at the cup. Go past it. And give me the long putt. No, okay, good. I got the chip. I had hopes there for just a second. When it got on there, it was like it wanted to switch to the right graphic as it shot on by. The deal here is that it's nice to go for hole-in-one, but what we really want and what we really need, let's see if we can get it. Making it hard on myself, drastic the whole way, hitting it 1 ring great, and we needed the eagle. Got it. All right. We can't woohoo because we had to get that one. So that's not, we can't get too excited about it. We have to get an eagle on that hole. There's just no 2 ways around it. And we got to get an eagle on hole number 8 as well. We really got to get an eagle on all 3 of the par 4s. We got great opportunities. Hole number 3. I think we've got a pretty serious Albie shot here. We do. All right. All right. So where I really want to get, so I came out here in the practice round. I brought out a power 3 ball, and if you don't get like it's a fine line if you're trying to do this rough bump between being deep enough in the hole. Now you can fix this in several ways. I could bring out a ball that hits, or a club that hits farther, like my Horizon. It hits farther than my Sniper and has great ball guide. It just doesn't have very good accuracy. Or I could bring out a bigger ball so that on my second shot, I don't need the bigger ball on the first shot, but the second shot it makes it so that my red line's right in the spot with the Sniper. And I think that's the way I'm gonna play it. So let's see which way the wind's blowing first. Wind is blowing good. And I was at the 16 mark with the power 3 ball, so if I go to a different power ball, I'm going to pull back from the red line. I don't think I need anything more than a power 4 ball. Let's bring one of those. I got a bunch of those. Let's bring one of them. Their balls. Now it's all about the drive. Let's make sure I got it right back. I got an extra mile, a Sniper, and I'll tell you a club that would be good for this is this one right here. And I think I did take it with a Thor's hammer, and I used 7 topspin. It's 1.7 per ring. 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 1.7. I think I'm going to try that bag out. If not, I'll switch to my number 1 bag. I think the ball guide's a little bit better on the Thor's hammer, and I don't need a lot of curl or anything on this, so with a Thor's hammer I was at the plus 16 mark. Here, let's go back. Let's make sure. Did I pick? Okay, yeah, I did pick that one ball. All right, I did pick it. Didn't want to have to look for that ball while I was out there on the course. With the extra mile, I was doing 3.5 topspin, and with the Thor's hammer, I was doing 7. And 3 left-hand side spin. 7 and 3. If I can get an opponent. If there's somebody out there playing rookie, we should be able to get matched up. That's the deal. It shouldn't matter what tier, what division within the tier, none of that shit. If somebody is out there, otherwise we're just playing a bunch of freaking replays. There's no reason for us to have to play replays all of the time. I'm playing the tournament, they're playing it. Man, what the fuck is my opponent doing? Like, do they not know what hole we're playing? Man, I'm just like curious to see what that even looks like. They just hit into a bunch of spectators. They are going to get, there's a bunch of pissed off people. There were spectators standing out there because nobody, and I mean nobody, hits out there. I don't even hit out there. There is a max overpower hook shot you can do from out there, but why would you hit from out there? And we're going to pull back to the plus 16. 7 topspin. There's 4, 5, 6, 7 topspin. 1.7. 1.1 rings. 0.1. And I barely hit that perfect. As long as it doesn't get the scoot. Whew. That is as far as you can get up in that hole, I can tell you that. I was doing 1.15 plus 0.2 on the drive. It's So 1.15 times the wind divided by 1. That is just a little too far. You can still make it from there though, I think. You can bounce off the thing with your Nirvana. So that whole fairway right here used to not be there. Used to not could. I am in mid club. I'm gonna play max. 1.7, 2.15 rings. I'm gonna do 2.1. 2.1 rings. Here's 2.1. And a dead center perfect. See if that's even close. Oh! Over pulled it by 1, and I did plus 0.2. I could have did plus 0.1, and I did set it up on the left hand. I wasn't going right at the flagpole. I was actually on the left hand side of the cup, in between the left hand edge of the cup and the flagpole. If I would have been aiming right at the flagpole, that would have been in the hole. Let me make a note here. Make a note. Aim at pin. Aim at pin. I'm going to put a plus 0.1. Close. Close. No cigar. I really want to come out of this first 3 with the 3 and 7. Or 7 and 3, excuse me. Where you pick up all 3 of these holes, because these first holes are like, you got a great opportunity on all 3 of them. No dice. Alright, hole number 4. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4? Alright, we got a great opportunity here. And I believe it's minus 10 to the cup. I'll write that down. And I'm not sure where I'm going to be out in my club. It's just going to really depend on the wind. Side wind today, I'm going to bring a Kingmaker every day on this hole. I think even on headwind days we can still work against it. I was playing pro and I did it with a Kingmaker against a not so favorable wind, and it did work out, so it should work out. Extra mile. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Doing minus 10 to the cup. One shot at a time. The first shot, we got to put ourselves in a right spot. I may be in short iron, I may be in wedge. If I'm in the right range. If I'm not in the right spot, I might be in long iron or rough iron. In a really bad situation, I'll be in Spitfire. That pretty much covers all my clubs. APOC 6. Yeah, that's the area down there. That is. They're doing about half curl. That is a nice spot right there. I'm trying to get to that divot right in front of them, into that little bowl before it goes up the hill. So they're probably in short iron range from there. Three. It's a ring and a half. There's a ring and a half. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if we can bridge that gap down there and get to that spot. That is the spot right there. So I may be in wedge, like max wedge. So it's 0.9 times whatever the wind is divided by wherever the shit I'm at in my club. And there is a spot here where you don't have to use much backspin if you're up there on the fairway area, where you only have to use like maybe 1 or 2 backspin, and that's what I'm looking for. This hill is so steep. Let's see how my opponent's reacts. But in my recollection on this hill, it's so steep that if you put on a lot of backspin like that, what it does is when it hits and the backspin catches, the ball actually falls because the hill's so damn steep, and it puts it off trajectory. But we'll see. They hit perfect. They did a good wind adjustment, and they're in the hole. Look at that. Nice shot. Nice. Let's get that same result. Kingfisher, max Kingfisher. I'm in wedge. I think I'm going to do it max wedge. Three divided by 1.2. It's 2.25 rings. 2 1/4. I'm going to be screwed. 2 1/4. Oh, fucking, I hit it great. Let's hope I didn't need to do that wind adjustment. Woo! In the hole. I didn't need to do that wind adjustment. Just 1 to 1. 2.5 as opposed to 2.25, so excellent. Should have just did that at 1 to 1 from where I was at with wedge. Good to know. Let's make a note. If in wedge, it's 1.1 plus 0. All right. That's what we want. We want to try and pick up the 3 par 4. So we got 2 out of 3. Now we just got to do number 5. Hole number 8. All right. We got a great opportunity on this. Which way is the wind blowing? That wind's not the best for us. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're trying to get to this pocket down here and you bring out an A pocket and it's got its 240, you can barely make it with a 3 power ball. I mean, you're right on the edge. So if you got any kind of positive wind or even in a little bit of side wind, you can do just a titch of overpower, but you can leave in like a half a ring of wind and it'll push you right to the center, so you'll get the result you're looking for. But if you've got any wind that's on the other side of the fence, in order to just get to that spot, you're going to have to do overpower, and it's such a narrow landing zone that it can be tricky. Like, how much overpower? So bringing out a bigger ball, pushing the red line forward, and then trying to find your spot out here might be a better deal. So I'm going to bring out a Berserker. Well, I actually really would like to bring out a 3 side spin ball. You want well, it's not going to matter. You want to put as much top spin on as you can get, and well, I suppose you might be able to. Let's see what I have for 4 power balls. This is another ball to bring out a precision ball on if you've got a really good look at the cup, and I think I have a really good look at it here. If I could get to the right spot, that ball right here will definitely be good. Let's try that again. I'm going to bring out. This is where an APOC 7 would come in really handy. I'm going to bring out my APOC. I think I can get it done with the APOC. I think I can get over there. I think I can. Let's open up the chest. Clear a slot. Be farmers. Farmer. All right, hole number 5. Hole number 5. Here we go. All right, anybody playing rookie should be able to get matched up with me. Anybody. It shouldn't matter. We're playing Ricky. So the whole deal is we're playing in a tournament, so we should be playing serious. Oh yeah, if you're playing against somebody who's got better clubs than you, they might be able to get it in faster, and you might be able to pick up a shot because you were in trouble. Well, that'll happen to enough people in the game because it's a random deal that, you know, that would, yes, that could happen. But that would be the exception rather than the rule, and the exception would be spread across the community. So a lot of people would be benefiting from it. But I think what you'd find in most cases is that people would be shooting minimum score. All right, here we go. I go first. Let's get it all on. I am right at the red line right there. I'm going to pull back just a titch. Just a hair. 3-1. I do 3-3. That's like a little, like a half a ring into the red line. And you can't put any real curl on it to speak of. Because of those freaking trees. In the fairway, right where we wanted to be. Right where we wanted to be. 0.9 times whatever the wind is. We're either doing this at club or we really should be taking some wind off because we definitely are downhill. So I'm taking 10% off. And I'm hitting it at wherever the hell I'm at on my club, and I should be on my Grizzly. I might be in mid-club, maybe, probably in max. The deal about hitting it over there is one spot on the other side of that works, and the rest of them blow. And they are pretty damn close to the only spot that works. They are in the spot that works. Look at that. 9 times the wind, 1.7 divided by wherever I'm at in my club. There's max. There's min. There's mid. I'm in mid club. Mid Grizzly. It's 1.53. Couple backspin. .53. Here's 153 exactly. Hitting it dead center perfect. Woo! In the hole. And I just took off 10% at club. And at club it's 1.0 with a Grizzly. Mid club, max club is 0.9, mid club is 1. Do like 1.9 rings. I don't know how many they did, but that looked like it was more than 1.9. Perfect. We're gonna see. Close. Close. No cigar. All right, got an Albie. Good round. All right, what do we got going here? What do we have going? Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? All right. I've played these holes a billion times, but I cannot remember them until I get on them. All right, I'm playing this hole. This hole is drastically different than it used to be. I mean, it used to be like you think the other hole, the next par 3 is a racetrack hole. This one was even worse. But you could play from over on the right hand side, and I always played from the right hand side, and it was a weird deal. You play up here, you could do like a rough bump and try, and there were several different shots from up here. But I'm gonna play it from way the hell back here, and this is hole number 6. I got a sniper and a katana. Let me go pick my bag here. Sniper, any bag with a sniper, any ball that says katana. That would be the one. Sniper katana, 3 left side spin, 1 back spin, plus 15 on the drive. .15 times whatever the wind is. I'm playing it at 1 to 1. 3 left, 1 back. So obviously you don't have to play it with a katana, but I think there might be I might be really close to my. I think I started playing it with a katana, and so I just kept playing with a katana because I was closer. I made it once. I did make this once, playing this exact shot. So then it was like, hey, if I change the ball, even though I don't need 3 side spin, or I do need 3 side spin, but I didn't want to change it up, mess around with it. You need 3 side spin. So you probably could bring out a smaller ball as long as it's got 3 side spin. And it seemed like I was like white rings off. I was like white ring away from the sand, white ring away from the rough. I was kind of wedged in up there, and then I set the spin, and then I dialed it to the cup. And I think I had to move it a little bit to the left in order to dial it in. This is a corkscrew, and so everything's slanted. So when you're hitting off of it, it's taking a bounce in a direction. There's very few flat spots on this course. Let's see if we can be a little closer, like right there inside of that hole. I want to see what the bottom of that cup looks like. 4.4, 5.1 rings. 3 and 1. Okay, wherever that works. It's rolling down to the cup. 5.1 rings. Hitting it perfect. Not even close. And it's hard to tell whether I moved at 5.1 rings with that wind angle. I couldn't spin around from the other side because the trees would be blocking me. And from that side, it was so, the angle of it, I couldn't tell. I might not have pulled it enough. I can't tell. Rat bastard. Alright. I know I must have been really close on that because I did hit a hole-in-one on it, so it must have been my pull there just because of that angle. Alright, the next hole, let's go look at this. Let's first of all, let's look at the wind. Let's see what way the wind's blowing. Hole number 7. Got a little bit of headwind today. And let's look at the hole. Okay, I'm trying something. Okay, I came to this hole the other day, and in the past, ever since this hole came out, there's always been a lane where you could go through the trees and you could try either a dunk, because it's so damn steep back here. This hill goes up like this that you could use a rock or a rocket and you could try a dunk here, and if you didn't make it, it would just hit the hill and then roll back down or get caught up here at the top. And so you had some shots, or you could go at it on the side and try and bring it around and try and rough bump it up there. There were shots that were down here. Well, there isn't anymore. I tried those lanes and I couldn't find them. So most everybody hits from back here and then just tries to run it out. And the farther, when you're running this, you know, like the flag, the cups here, you want to get that ball to run out along the top as far as you can before it drops down and then funnels down towards the cup. So like if you see your ball and it's coming in down here, or it doesn't right along the top for a ways, it's going to be close, but usually this is like an indication it's not going to be there. So what I'm doing is my red line is up here, and I'm using a katana and a rock. And with the wind, I might have to switch that to a kingmaker. And I'm actually trying a shot up here where I'm doing max backspin with a rocket and one right-hand side spin, and it brings my ball guide over here. And so I'm trying to bring my ball guide over here so that I start off above the cup and then it's falling down to it. And I still haven't been getting close. I'm pretty close, but I need to get even farther over. So what I need to do is set my shot up here over more. Let's see if we can get this miraculous shit done. So I'm using a rocket, which is at 1.4 per ring, which is a weird deal. Let's make sure I got a bag with a rocket in it. I have a bag with a rocket in this account. I'm not using that, so let's use a rocket here. Rocket. Now I'm gonna bring a kingmaker just because I'm not sure about the wind, but I think I've been doing this with a rock. But a rocket I can do more and I can go farther to the right. So let's take that shit right there and see if that works. And I'm going to practice this whole one time because I really want to try and get myself as far out there as I can. And this is the first time we've gone against this kind of wind. So I'm not sure about the red lines. So I will practice it one time. Practice, practice, practice. I think I only have a couple practice tokens, so... Now, what was I doing in the past? I was doing plus 10 on the drive. I was pulling back to the plus 0 mark, so I might still be able to do this with a katana, maybe. But that was with a rock. If I can get an opponent. Anybody playing rookie? Anybody playing in the rookie tournament should be able to get matched up with me right now. So it's not good PR when it takes people forever to get an opponent. It makes it look like when the game first started and there wasn't that many people playing. So I'm going to try, like, there's my red line with the rocket, so I think I'm going to have to bring out the rock because I got a much deeper red line there. Let's max backspin and one right hand side spin. It's actually acting really kind of weird. Just wondering if there's a spot there where that ball guide ever gets even close to the cup. Might be able to do that. I think I'm going to try that. What is that? Max backspin, max right hand side spin. Because I am on the other side of those trees from there, but I might try that. I think from that spot I might be able to bring out I might just be able to play it with a katana. If you roll too far over that hill, it's like rolling over the sand. Your rings get distorted and you'll end up getting stuck on the top of that hill. It's a funny deal. And that's what you want, is you want to ride up along the top as far as you can run it. Still not there. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this with 10% times 2.4. I'm in max club, so it's divided by 1, so it's 2.64 rings. 2.64. .64 rings. Okay, there's the 6-4. There's 6-4, 1, 2. Let's hit that perfect. Perfect? You can get between the trees. Wow, that wasn't there the other day. I was trying to find it the other day because this is the shot right here. Seeing if we can find the wind angle. See how it rolled? There's a freaking mound. Hey, at least I was on the right hand side of the cup.
Can you do ice cream in a minute?
Okay.
Thank you.
At least I was on the right hand side of the cup. Yes. That means we can, and the cool thing about that is that means I can move the shot to the left. And that gives me more, I might be able to move the shot to the left. I'm not sure about those trees. I actually thought I was setting that shot up to the left of the trees. I didn't realize I was going in between. All right. Let me try this. Divided by 1.4 times. Let me think about. Let me bring out the Power 3 ball. I'm going to bring out the rocket. Since that shot's there and I can actually do that. I'll bring out a Kingmaker. All right, let's see if that shot is still there. Maybe, if we can get an opponent. If we can get an opponent. It's a big if. Come on. You can do it. You can do it, water boy. Come on. Wow, and I got a guest. What I'm always amazed when people see guest accounts that have like where they've played 20,000 games. You can at some point admit that, hey, I like the game and name your account. You could. We're okay with that. We'll allow it. And do max backspin, and I'm going to be 2 rings off. That's at the +5 mark. I'm the orange ring off of the transition at the +5 mark. 3.6, 2.82 rings. Here's 2.82. Getting it perfect. Let's see if I can get enough. There's not enough suck back there to bring me back all the way to the cup. I'd have to hit higher up on the hill so I get more speed coming down so that I can generate enough juice to get me back to the cup. So I have to go higher up on the hill. So I was 2 rings away from that transition at the +5 mark, and I need to push it forward so that I'm 3 rings off of that at wherever mark I'm at, and use that as my reference point. Once we find a spot that's getting me there, then I can start working on my wind to see if I can get closer. Perfect. Want to run. If you're standing on the tee box, you want to run to the right as far as you can. That ran quite a ways. That's going to be pretty damn close. Pretty close, my friend. Now you can get in some trouble on that shot if you hit grates where you clip the trees coming out, and you can end up in a spot of bother, but that is another way to go at it. I think I kind of like the other way I was going at it better. I think I was up too close. Because from over there you don't have to worry about hitting a grate to the left or the right and getting caught up in the trees. Alright, hole number 8. Hole number 8. Alright, we have to get the eagle on this. Okay, APOC, Titan, 4 Powerball on headwind days. Can't get it done with the Titan. I put on 1.5 backspin, but you could probably do 1. 1.25. Which way's the wind blowing? I didn't even look at the hole. That wind's okay. Okay, I'm going to bring out a APOC and a Titan. Titan, the king. The king of balls. That's right, you heard it. You heard it here. In an APOC, that's all I need. I'm going to need my wedge, but that's it. That's all I'm taking. And I'm not interested in trying to go for hole-in-one here. All I'm interested in is getting an eagle and moving the freak along. We have to get an eagle here. One to 1.5 backspin, plus 10 on the drive. Times, and it actually is probably more than plus 10 because I was trying to do a bounce city bounce shot the other day, and I was at plus 30 and I still wasn't taking enough wind out. But I was starting farther back, so I'm not sure whether or not what the deal was on it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Par 3 ball. Trying to do the rough bump. Now, this is where a Titan with your... and he has no spin on there at all. Please hit that perfect. Let's make a good wind adjustment here, bro. Come on, bro. Yep, that was a good wind adjustment. Hit it perfect. Or 1 ring right to the left. One of the 2. Let's see if no spin, how far that gets him, if that gets him there. No spin. Good. Good. That means I can put no spin. .5 divided by 1.5 is 2.56. Push it out. 2.56 rings. There's 2, 6. And I'm going to lean ever so slightly to the left. And I hit a 1 ring grate to the right. And I might be in trouble. Not right there, but right. Got enough. Perfect. That was with no top spin, no backspin, no spin. Just a little bit of side spin. Thank you, bro. That is what is important right there on this hole, is getting an eagle. There's going to be way too many people in the bracket going to pull out whatever the hell it takes to get an eagle on this hole, and we're going to get that eagle. That if we don't keep up with them, we are screwed. I mean, you just can't. There's 2 holes. There's hole number 2 and hole number 8. We have to get those holes. I mean, that makes minimum score minus 14, so we've got to get them. Gots to. All right, we've got to get the Albie right here, and this is my favorite hole in the game. I'm gonna have sniper. So what I've been doing on this hole number 9, there is a rough bump that's down here, and I've been having to take it off of this side. I've been trying to get myself all the way up in there. The only way you can do it is to bring a power 5 ball, and you don't need a power 5 ball on the drive. You can get to the spot out here probably with a katana, but definitely with a power 3 ball. The sight spin really helps, so a katana is definitely better than a 1 power ball, even though you might be able to do the drive with a 1 power ball. But the second shot, if you want to shoot the second shot with a power 3 ball and you're using this and you're just coming at the cup, you've got full access to that because your red line's like right in this area, so you got access to that to run it up there. But if you want to do the rough bump, you've got to either be way up in here or you need to be way up in here and you need to have a big ball, because I think even if you're way up in here, your red line's like right here, and on a headwind day you wouldn't be able to work it out. So if you brought out a bigger ball, you could push the red line forward so your red line's out here, then you can work it out on any day. The question is getting down in there. So rock, kingmaker, 3.5 rings off, 3 left hand, 1/2 backspin. But I've been leaving myself with quite a bit of room, so let's see which way the wind's blowing. The wind's not helping or hurting. Let's take the rock bag. The rock number 2 bag. I'm not going to get into my long iron. If I'm in my long iron, I got bigger problems than the fact that I'm in my long iron and I got a Saturn in my bag, and I don't have a problem with the Saturn. 4 power ball or a 5 power ball. I'm not sure. I think on the second shot, having access to the Kingmaker's 3 side spin might be helpful. I could take a 4-4-4. I do have a few of them. Those are so good of balls. I'm really reluctant to use a precision yet because I'm still working on my second shot. But I definitely want to be able to get up there into the zone. So I'm just going to take a berserker. We'll take a zerk. That means I'm going to pull back to the plus 16 mark. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm pulling back to the plus 16 mark. 3.5 rings off. Max curl. 2 side spin. Half a backspin. I think I can put on no backspin. I think I can just do a straight up shot. I really hate to do that. I'm going to put a sliver. I'm the ever so slightest sliver of backspin. If I can get an opponent. Jojo Queso. Jojo. Really kind of pissed. I played some friendlies today, and so I logged into Facebook. I hardly ever log into Facebook. But it does piss me off that while you're out here on the course, you'll keep getting all those, hey, your friend just logged in. Hey, your friend just logged in. Hey, I'm playing. Hey, I'm playing. You can do that shit to me while I'm in the lobby. Or I'm out on the court, or but not when I'm out on the course. Come on. Come on. See if my opponent can get it. They were doing some curl, not all curl. And they were really close. They were like a ring and a half. They pinched themselves up. Okay, let's get up there in the right club. Ever so slightest sliver of backspin. Okay, I'm at the plus 16 mark. I'm 3.5 rings off. 2.7. It's like 3 rings. Here's 3. Max curl, hit it perfect. Make sure we didn't go too far. Still I could have put a little bit of topspin on there, like 1, maybe 1.5. At least a good solid one. It's plus 10 minus 0.1 to the cup, so 1.1 times the wind divided by 1 plus 0.1, or minus 0.1, excuse me. Minus. All right, I am ready. Now you can take that shot with a 3 power ball all day and twice on Sundays, even if you're not like where I'm at. You can easily take it. And I actually haven't got to the rough bump that I really want to take, which is all the way down at the bottom. It's the T rough bump that's down at the bottom. I've been stuck on that arm doing the I rough bump. This is where the side spin might come into play, where I didn't bring a big enough side spin ball. Ooh! Over pulled it by 1. I've got minus 0.1 on my notes, so if you'd have taken off 1, that would have been in the hole. In the hole. And right at my red line. 5.1, 5.51 rings, 5.5 rings. 5.5 rings. Here's 5.5. Hitting it perfect. Don't want to hit that to the left. And evidently you don't want to hit it to the, you don't want to hit it perfect either. That happened to me the other day. You're way the fuck down. Well, from where you're at, you may or may not be downhill. You may be, it may be uphill. I did that earlier in the week at a plus 10 and damn near made it. And now I'm missing the rough entirely. Not good. Not good. Tried to catch it the first time by. That's why I released it and let it back up. I wanted to look down, because what I normally do is I look down and I like to get my ball centered. And once my ball's centered, then I'm pacing the needle. And it took me a little longer to center it, so I dropped the shot on hole number 9. Look at that. Look at that. Played a great round and then dropped the shot. All right, that was the front 9 of the 2023 Open. Got my lunch 8 on hole number 9. I'll have to be in shame with all the other 15s that are here. There's a bunch of 15s. We got somebody above me's got a 17, so I came in with a 17, so 17 is totally possible. Just got to get a little luck. Let's see what they got to get them to the 17. Oh, man, that's a nice round. Nice. Okay, there we have it. I will catch you on the back. Be safe. Thanks for watching, and have fun.